A few months ago, I made a decision to move out for a while from living with my family and moving someplace far away from them. It was a tough decision for me as I deeply value and love being with them, but I felt like I was being called to go on a journey on my own for a while. The adjustment of moving hasn't been easy since I was always used to living in a house filled with the noises and voices of my 3 younger siblings. But as the days pass and the time soothes away the gloomy days, I find myself deliberately accepting the peaceful, quiet atmosphere of my new place that I live in alone now. And slowly, but not without trials, I've learned to be grateful and see the beauty in all its simplest forms. So in this drawing, I've been very inspired by the recent enjoyment I had when I was in my balcony. I tried to make it a routine to set a quiet time in the afternoon after all the busyness of the day, just to enjoy the moment, to breathe and to exist, to drown my senses in the ordinary wonders around me, just to feel that I am alive and living in the moment. When on this one particular sunset, it was a very windy October time, and I just found myself filled with joy as I felt the gust of wind blowing away at my hair. I felt like I was flying among birds, like I was free. I wanted to capture that feeling in one of my artworks, and so I set up drawing it. So as you can see, I started with a very rough sketch here, placing in what kind of elements I wanted to add. Just random things that make the scene look unusual, yet magical. I then laid out the local colors or the basic colors. Most of the time, I really don't follow a pre-made color palette. I just usually lay out random colors here and there. I try to just see which color fits with which, and trusting my basic knowledge of color theory and hoping the colors harmonize in the final outcome. And then, on separate clip layers, using the multiply and linear dodge blending modes, I then add in the final touches that will add depth and highlight to the artwork. We can't forget the golden lighting. And lastly, I wanted to share this tiny advice I heard, probably from a movie, but I'm not sure which. It's an advice that I'm still learning to apply to my life, and I found it quite beautiful, and maybe you'd find it as a gentle reminder for you to do the same each day too. And it goes like this. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look once in a while, you'll miss it.